Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, today I take great pride in rising on behalf of the NDP caucus and our leader, Andrea Horwath, in support and in response to the Attorney General's announcement of introducing the Protection of Public Participation Act. Mr. Speaker, this is a vital, important piece of legislation. Just to put it into context, these SLAPPs are strategic lawsuits against public participation, and that's exactly what these lawsuits are used to do. Many community advocates, community activists, and just members of the community who have a concern try to voice that concern, try to raise their issue in a public forum, and are silenced due to use of strategic lawsuits. This is an affront to democracy. This is an affront to a free and democratic society. One of the pillars of our society is the right to dissent, the ability to stand up and say, I do not agree with what's going on in my community. When this pillar of our society is threatened, that is a serious attack on all of our liberties. And the fact that strategic lawsuits have been going on for so long is an affront to all of us. And so I'm very honored that today I can stand and say that the NDP has been fighting for this for so many years. I can say that members from Davenport, from Parkdale High Park, have advocated for anti-SLAPP legislation. We have met with stakeholders. I myself, as the critic for the Attorney General, have met with a number of stakeholders, and together we have advocated for anti-SLAPP legislation for some time now. In fact, our leader, the leader of the NDP, has introduced very similar anti-SLAPP legislation in 2008 and in 2010. This is an issue that's been on our radar. We've known about this issue, and we've been pleading with this government to do something about it. And we're very happy that though it's been 3 years since the 2010 Anti-SLAPP Advisory Panel's recommendations, we are still very encouraged by the fact that the Attorney General has brought this forward now. I hope, though, that this legislation, though I was unable to review it in its totality, includes 3 key ingredients. These 3 key ingredients are to protect the right to public participation. The anti-SLAPP legislation should include statutory provisions to explicitly guarantee this right. From my cursory perusing of the law, it does include this, but this is one of the essential elements. In addition, what the Attorney General spoke of, the early dismissal mechanism, that's essentially at the core of this legislation, to provide a mechanism to dismiss these lawsuits out of hand in a expedient manner. That is clearly the most important part of this legislation. And thirdly, SLAPP disincentives. There has to be a strong disincentive so that companies, organizations that discourage public discourse are met with some serious and strong repercussions and disincentive. We must keep our voices loud. We must support public discourse and public dissent to protect our society. Thank you so much.
All members for their comments, and knowing that yesterday